So we've been thinking about shooting this video now for months, Patty.
I know.
A lot of you have requested it, and we're finally going to take the time to show you how we pack our Tab 400 in this episode of Travels with Delaney. Welcome back, everyone. Before we start this week's video, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified each time we put out a new video. Also, if you want real-time updates, you can follow us over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Travels with Delaney. So, Patty, let's go ahead and get ready to start this week's video. Now, as far as packing goes, we've found that depending on the type of trip we're taking, overall the packing can vary greatly.
Right.
So whether it's a month-long trip out west or whether it's just a weekend getaway, it really depends. It depends on how much food we take, what kind of clothing, how much clothing. But overall, where we put things pretty much is set for us.
Right. I mean, there's certain things we do use in places. We do put them all the time.
Right.
But like, for example, going out west, we call it the whale on top of the 4Runner. We don't take that on weekend trips. We didn't need it.
Sure.
I don't know if we needed it this summer, truly, once we thought about it, but we didn't know what we would need, so we took extra stuff.
Sure. So we're going to go ahead and go through the trailer to kind of show you where things go and how we pack. And I think we'll go ahead and start in the back of the trailer inside. And I'm going to have Patty talk about the wardrobe.
Okay.
All right. So Patty, go ahead and talk about how we pack clothes and where we pack them.
All right. So this is our wardrobe that we love. I wouldn't give it up. Right now we have a lot of hanging clothes just because it's a fall trip. This summer this was not this full at all. We just had a few, like always, our rain gear and a couple heavier jackets just in case it's cooler. But this summer this was a lot emptier. We had our pockets over here. You can see there's 3 of them. Now they're not as full, but this summer we would roll like our wicking shirts. We had a lot of wick. We just roll them up and put them in here and put our unders in here, an extra hat and gloves and things like that we need. On the bottom this summer I would put extra shoes, like our hiking shoes. Right now there's just an extra pair of my shoes in the back, but we had shoes, and sometimes I would take extra sandals because I like shoes.
Because you're a girl.
I'm a girl. And then Patrick likes to use these packing cubes, and these are actually from Tripped. If you ever watch their show, they use these a lot, so Patrick's trying them out, and they expand or you can collapse them, but he likes to put his clothes, shirts, whatever, in those kind of things, and they can stack real easy, and we put them in the bottom. Right now we only have 1. This summer I think we had like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I used 2 this summer, and what that really does is it frees up the side pockets for Patty. I let her have the side pockets, and then I use the packing cubes. It also uses this space down below because otherwise it's just kind of wasted space. Now, we did start off with a couple of large plastic containers in here with pull-out drawers. The problem was they set so high
it was hard to get some of your hanging clothes out.
And I found that I actually like the packing cubes because I can just pull those out and get what I want out for the day and then get dressed and put them back in.
Now, if you're like someone who likes to clean, Patrick got me a little hand vac, and we use our up space back there in the corner. That's where it hangs. It was too bad there's not an electric outlet there to charge it, but I just pull it out to charge it. But we've learned to use our up space ever since we had the first original tab we had. So
all right, so that's where all of our clothes go.
Yep, love this space.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give it up.
And again, in the summer, you didn't see near the hanging clothes because it was mainly shorts and wick shirts, and so we would have had a lot more with packing cubes, and these side pockets were completely full. So just now that we're into fall,
you have more hanging clothes. Plus, it's just a weekend trip.
Yep.
So normally I don't take this much hanging stuff on a month trip kind of thing. So
cool. So now let's switch over to the other side, Patty, and we'll talk about the kitchen space.
Okay.
So up above, we actually like this cubby for bags of chips. You can see this weekend we have a lot of sweets.
Chips and like extra little like marshmallows. Our stuff for s'mores. There's some breakfast foods up here. Stuffing. You always got to have stuffing.
You gotta have some stovetop stuffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a really good place to, bread goes up there. Like I said, bags of chips.
Yeah.
So we use that. And then the other primary compartment for food is the big drawer. I like to call it the pantry drawer.
Down below our refrigerator.
And you can see we get a lot of food in here. Now, staple items that we typically carry for food.
Ramen.
Yeah, always gonna have our ramen. We like things like
mac and
cheese,
oatmeal.
We always carry rice with us that we can cook in our Instapot.
Peanut
pasta.
butter.
Yep, peanut butter.
Yep, Buddy likes peanut butter. That's Truman.
Yeah, and so you can see that kind of becomes like a pantry drawer for us. And for the most part, that's where all of our food would go, is down below or up top.
Right.
So then you might ask, well, what the heck do you use all the other cabinets for in the kitchen area?
Okay.
So let's go ahead, Patty, and open up top. And we'll start up here.
And I love these spaces too. We put these little shelf things. We had them in another trailer. It just adds another shelf.
Yeah, and so it's a really tall area, and if you want to maximize it, get yourself something like we did here, and then that way you can, or you could potentially put something in permanent.
Right.
These work fine. So you can see we have, we carry 3 plates. The reason we carry 3 is because of sometimes Alex goes with us. And the other reason is I like to have an extra one if I'm grilling, so I can put the meat and stuff on it.
Right.
We always carry some paper. We have these baskets, which are nice for when we're driving.
We do like those. We put our sandwiches when we drive.
Yep.
Storage baggies.
Paper bowls.
These
real
are
bowls.
These are our heat up little kind of
thermal pads for it. In between the two, I carry olive oil. I normally have some spray like Pam, and then we carry some red Solo cups. Over here is what I like to refer as the coffee station. So we have our mugs. We have my drip system, pour over with the filters. Down below, this is Patty's
my stuff.
beverage system. We got lemonade, hot cocoa, hot cider. Here's my coffee. And then we just carry some storage containers.
And we have always have
a cutting board.
A tiny little cutting board we found.
Yep, works real well for if we need to chop up vegetables.
And just some more real cups up there, because sometimes we don't want to, have
just
garbage.
some plastic cheap from the dollar store.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the up top. Now let's go down below.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and open up the...
They open this way.
Okay.
The bottom, we have some pots and pans.
So I carry basically a skillet, a deep pot to make soup, and a small pot for like a veggie type situation. We carry a toaster. And
then your Instapot is back here.
Yep, and let's just leave it up.
Yep, it's kind of snugged in there. Whoa, okay.
Okay. And then up top,
we have the microwave.
Yep.
This is just the back side, the front side's over here. But it just slides right in there. When we need it, we just bring it out.
Yep, and that is the 700 watt mainstays from Walmart that we purchased and fits in there perfectly.
This drawer is pretty cool because not only can you have all your silverware and items like for grilling.
So let's you can see how much space there is. I've got a couple rubs for grilling. I carry a lighter. Got my Old Bay seasoning, salt and pepper, and also my foil. And then what's really nice is down below here, you can see all of the cooking utensils, measuring cups, a whisk, a canister, tongs, and just everything we might need, including there's the old marshmallow roasters that we keep in here, an ice cream scoop, that's a grilling mat, and then NuCamp includes the silverware tray, and you can see we've got our silverware and just lots of odds and ends, lots of knives for chopping up things. And so, okay. And then we'll move over to the circular.
The roundabout,
And so this is our trash can that we use. I know there's been a lot of comments about what do we do for a trash can.
I put it under here.
And then we also have our paper towel holder. And then we keep a little broom and dustpan. And then back there, we just have one of those little shoe crates, and that's where we keep everything from our chemical for our toilet, dish soap, laundry detergent. Patty likes wet wipes.
Yep.
And the
Swiffer
Swiffer dusters.
Yep.
We even have a fly swatter.
Yep.
And that's just the top. And then if we move down...
Well, and then we even had a big jug of water that fit in there.
We carry a lot of times a gallon jug of water. So there's our silverware caddy for our plastic silverware and napkins.
Paper
and
products
then
down
just
here.
lots of extra paper products.
Napkins, paper towels, TP.
Toilet paper.
And clear in the back, you can't see very well, but there's a little crate. It's kind of like the
First aid kit.
Yep.
Kit.
If you ever have bug bites or you get sunburnt or anything like that, I got a little
baby powder, all kinds of things.
So this is really, really deep that I can get all this in there.
So again, I don't think you can discount how much storage is actually in an 18-foot trailer when it's designed properly, as this one has been.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now we'll move to the living room, and you can, if you want to share with them how we use some of the cubbies.
Okay. Cubby over here, of course, this is the cubby where my pins go.
Right, and so if you didn't have a big pillow with pins on it, you could set some stuff up there.
Yeah.
And I actually keep the owner's manuals below her pin pillow.
This cubby here has a lot of Truman stuff. This is his backpack and his snacks, his leash, his dog food. Anything Truman is on this side over here. This side toward this direction is like, if we wanted, we've got our travel Yahtzee and DVDs that we like, just in case we want to watch something, but we've never used them yet, but they're over here.
Yep. So we carry
there's shelves in here.
Just in case we don't have TV reception or the ability to stream.
Batteries, just things like that. There's all these little cubbies back in there that you can stick stuff and pack.
Okay.
So this is the Truman station.
And then I just kind of use this cubby up top for things like our weather radio. I carry a battery backup to charge our cell phones. I have our thermometer that came with the trailer. And so I kind of like to think of it as just kind of a little electronics area. So that's everything pretty much inside, other than right below Truman. And we don't want to wake him up, but there is one storage area under the dinette. And we actually carry extra bedding. So when somebody's traveling with us, we'll carry a twin set of sheets, and then there's an extra blanket, which can either be used for us or for the person staying with us, and that's what we use that for.
Well, and since we have this also in the couch position with our little table here, there is room underneath the table. We put our bottled water and sometimes like our dirty clothes hamper
For underneath there, and use that under storage in essence. So.
Right. This is our luxurious bath, as we call it. And when we're in here, it's pretty cool because our curtain comes all the way around. But when it's open, you can see where I store the towels. These are extras, hand towels, washcloths, things like that. And then all of our other items, my hair items and shampoos and Listerine and stuff always go up here. Down here, we used to have in our other trailer these little storage cubbies, and this one works really well in here to put littler things so they don't fly around as you're traveling, since there aren't any mesh screens here like in the other cubbies in our closet. But I always pack it so tight, and then if we do move, I kind of sometimes lay things down so things don't fly all over as we're traveling down the road. And we have, like, over here, Patrick likes his loofah. And they just supply us with such cool little things to put, like shavers and toothbrushes next to the little sink in the bathroom. But that's our little bathroom.
As far as the outdoor storage area goes, that really varies again from trip to trip. This summer, for instance, on the long trip, I was able to carry our portable solar panel, our outdoor rug, our stove/grill, and I was also able to take along the jack in case we ever have to change the tire. I carry a small plastic crate that has all of my fire starting items and just odds and ends that I might need. Now, on a short trip like this, we didn't need the solar panel, and so there's really not much under there. But that's what I would typically pack there. As far as the 4Runner, again, every trip is a little bit different. So if we think we're going to need the generator is going to go in the back of the 4Runner. Or if a couple weekends ago when we went to Turkey Run State Park, we knew we didn't need the generator, so we threw the smoker in. On this particular trip, we didn't want either, so the only things that were really in the back of the 4Runner was a crate for Truman in case we wanted to leave him in the trailer. And then I carry a couple bins full of tools and odds and ends. The backup battery for in case the 4Runner ever has a dead battery, I carry one of those. I also carry the King antenna in case we decide we want to watch regular TV, my drill, things like that. Now, for the big trip in the summer, we did take, as Patty had mentioned, the Whale on top, which is our Thule car topper. And in there, I was carrying things like the dump tank for in case we want to take water out of our gray tank. And what I did end up finding was I never even used it this summer. The 5-gallon pail that I carry in the front bucket by the propane actually works just as well. So in future trips, I won't even bother with that. But I do always carry a 6-gallon can to get fresh water in, and we put that up top, just along with some odds and ends, because again, when you're going to be gone for a month or more, you're going to find that you're going to want to take a lot of extra things with you. So
all right, there you have it. That's how we pack our Tab 400. And even though what we pack will vary from trip to trip, where we put things in all the cabinet drawers and cupboards and different storage cubbies pretty much stays the same each time. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below and share all of your ideas for how you maximize your packing space within your trailer. And until next time, everybody, we'll see ya
On down the road.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.